What is sales? What is setting? What is this remote position where you get to make a lot of money? What does it entail? Pros, cons, everything about setting that you need to know. We are about to break down from what kind of businesses are you working with? How do you even get in these businesses? What are they? The pay, the pros, and the cons. I have been doing sales for the past 3 years. My name is Mariana Luz Souza, and I have been mentored by multimillionaires and 7-figure business owners, and sort of just piecing it along most of the way and seeing what works, what doesn't. And I got into setting and sales because it was the vehicle that got me to financial freedom. A lot of other people have different side hustles, so that's why I'm gonna break down everything. Right now I make anywhere from 7 to 11k in commissions as a setter. I work inside of a 7-figure company, and I have done all the things, and I have failed and I have succeeded. So let's get into it. Number one, what kind of coaches are you working with? What are the offers? What do these online businesses even do, right? And so we're gonna separate them into 2 categories. Category number 1 is the people that are sort of scamming you. You've seen the programs, you've seen the offers, you've seen the people selling something, the courses, etc. online. We have the people that don't know what they're doing. They got information off Wikipedia, or like not from experience. They're selling it to other people, almost like a pyramid scheme, selling them to sell the courses so that they can sell courses. Like, you know the whole thing, right? Then we have category number 2, which is people that have done the thing. They have experience. Maybe they used to do it physically, or they did it for themselves, and they have experience showing how to do it for other people. They know how to guide other people to get the same results, and now they're using social media and programs and courses to spread that impact. Okay, so courses aren't necessarily bad. It just depends if the person is teaching this ethically. Category number 2 is the people that we work with, or at least that I work with, right? It's better long term. You're being ethical. You're making money by helping and impacting other people. You're part of a bigger mission. It works out better long term. So I never really work with these coaches. I've always qualified the coaches that I've worked with and qualified the coaches that my students work with. How are these companies making money? What is their game? How do you fit into this? So coaching companies have 4 different stages of the process of online businesses in this specific category of coaching. And so it starts out with their marketing, right? Like, they're posting content. You see me posting content. You see these other people posting content about their target audience, their pain points, losing weight, or whatever their offer is. They're going to post content around that. Like, you see me do it. I do the exact same thing for my program. And so when they post content, they bring in people that are attracted. Stage 2 is talking to those people and getting them on sales calls. This is where the difference between a setter and a closer comes in. I am both, but right now I'm kind of breaking down setting for the most part, not necessarily closing, because that's not what I teach. So stage 2 is they get inside the DMs. They're having conversations with the setter, with you, right? Talking about their pain points, getting them to be aware, and then they hop on a call. The setter gets them on a call with the closer. The closer then closes them, gets them to buy in and physically put their card information and gets them inside the program. And then the coach gives them the transformation. They might have multiple coaches under them. Maybe it's just them right now, depending on how big the business is or what they prefer. They might have a VA, an assistant, different positions here and there, but that's usually the thing, right? So people come in, they see something, they're interested, they come in, they talk in the DMs, we have a conversation, then we get them on a call, we get the commitment from them, and then we get them inside the program. So when a setter comes in, what they're doing is having let me lock my car. Hold on. There's like people walking around, and I'm behind like a building, and I just don't want to be kidnapped or robbed while I'm making a YouTube video in my car. So what setters usually do inside the DMs is they have conversations. We are in the people business. I truly believe that everybody's in the people business. So when you learn how to talk to people, you learn how to influence, persuade, and tap into other people's pain points and into their mind to change their life. You will not only change their life, but change yours. That will make you 10 times the amount of money than any other business. And that's something I'm truly confident in. So what do you do in the DM? So people come in, you open the conversation. This is the 4-step framework that I teach my students, but I'm just going to dive really shallow into this because we don't have a lot of time. We got to go through a lot of things. So you open a conversation, you get context about the person, right? Say we're on a fitness offer to help women over 40 lose weight and build muscle, right? So how long have they been doing this for? Have they tried anything else? What's their goal? Trying to lose 60 pounds, trying to lose 30 pounds? When do they want to achieve that by? What weight are they currently at? You're getting all the context, and throughout that process, you kind of sink into step number 3, which is getting pain points. While they're giving you context about their situation, they're going to start dropping gems for you, which is the pain. What bothers them? Why do they not want to be stuck in their situation anymore? And you're digging into those pain points to help them realize, hey, this is where you're at. This is where you want to be. There's a pretty big gap right now. Just like you watching this video, you're like, oh, I'm broke. I have no purpose. I'm stuck in school. I hate what I do, or I hate going to my part-time shift. I know that was me. I want financial freedom. I want to travel. I want to pursue my soul's mission, etc. Like, you know, there's a gap there. You got to show them that. And we do that by asking questions. And then we qualify them, making sure they're a good fit. They can afford the program, because otherwise we're wasting their time and we're wasting the team's time. We pitch them and get them on a call. That's where we offer help. We're just offering help. That's what a pitch is. Setting is an active role. If you're looking for something that's going to make you quick money, that's going to be easy side hustle, I don't think there is an easy side hustle that will make you the amount of money that you want to make. I think that's just how people portray it. So I'm going to give you the harsh truth that any sort of side hustle you have is an active role, right? Yes, I can do this remotely. I can make $8,000, $10,000 a month, but I have to be a leader. I have to know where everything is. I'm not just being told what to do, which is the difference between a 9 to 5 and learning entrepreneurship, these side hustles, these online gigs, you could say.
Why? To set myself up and the business up to continuously be in a position where I can make compounding interest on my efforts. If yes, you're going to be super fucking successful. If no, I need it immediately or I don't want to do it, that's entitlement. And it's just not going to work, because that's just not real life. Like, sales is a very performance-based position. So if you don't perform well, then you don't get paid. That's duh, right? Like, that's life. But a lot of people genuinely don't think this way. They're like, well, there's no DMs coming in, so I have nobody to message. Just like, yes, you do. If there were 10,000 followers on that page, you have 10,000 people to message. Find them. Create the conversation. Tell the coach, I need you to put something on your story that gets people to respond so I can DM more people. Tell them. Like, you are an active member of the company, and you have to understand that. You're an entrepreneur. You're just working inside of the DM department. It's your own business. You are responsible for how much money you make.
So why would coaches even need setters? Well, we walk through the 4 stages, right? Where somebody comes in and where they get the transformation. That's a lot for one person to cover, which is why the coach has to be posting the content, because they're the face of the brand. People buy into the coach. They don't just buy into a fitness program or a nutrition program or a physical therapy program or a business program, right? They buy into the person, right? I'm talking to you. You're watching me. We have a connection. Like, at least I hope we do. And we're like, you see my face. If it was just a black screen with my voice and the information, it could be equally as valuable, but you're not bought into the video, right? So they obviously have to be posting content, and they have to be doing the coaching. That's their area of expertise. They didn't sign up for sales. They didn't sign up for DM setting. And yes, the coach has to do that at the beginning to get the ball rolling. But at some point, they want you to go in there. Can setters be replaced by AI? I get this question a lot. Yes, they can, but no, they won't be. I work for one of the most insane businesses online that I have ever worked for. And the coach specifically always says, you are human. Like, people want to connect with people in the DMs. And yes, they can talk to a bot, but people are so tired of that nowadays that it's really not worth it. They would lose a lot of money. People would opt out. They would ghost. They wouldn't be interested in talking to a robot because they can do that elsewhere. They want to be talking to a person that truly hears their pain points and can understand and see if this aligns and they can help them, which is how we offer help and get them to pitch. Everything I teach is ethical. We're not pitching people just to make money. We're not pitching everybody. If we cannot help the person, let them go. Tell them to enjoy the content so that they can keep interacting. We close off the conversation with good vibes, good energy, and everybody else comes in tenfold because they see that authenticity and that alignment. So yes, they can be replaced by setters. No, they're not going to be replaced. AI. They can be replaced by AI. They're not going to be replaced by AI. going back to what coaches need setters, just a couple last notes, is that coaches don't want to deal with the DMs. And to be honest, the DMs, it's like handling a company inside of the company, which is why this is an active role, which is why you have to be a leader, which is why you have to develop a lot of confidence and a lot of skill and traits that I walk all my students through and all of that stuff to actually conquer the DMs. Like, you are becoming a freaking human weapon in the space, not only in sales, but in your life as well. Pros and cons of setting. So pros, I wrote down you're involved. You have a community, you have a team. And ever since I joined, like, even though everybody's older than me, I'm 18 for reference, and I started when I was 16. Everybody's in their 20s and 30s and 40s. It feels like a community of like-minded people because we're all driven, we're all hungry, we're all striving for a better life. We all kind of understand, like, you know, discipline and mindset, and like, it's easier to get along with people like that despite the age difference, and you create sort of like a family if you get into the right space, and it can be really enjoyable. Second thing, you can travel. Like, I can be on a flight and literally buy Wi-Fi for $8 and make $500 while I'm there, right? I'm booking people. Every time I book a good quality prospect, if we have a good closer, which we do, and you should always make sure you have a good closer, I just made $200 by the end of the month, right? That commission. You can do it anywhere, you can do it everywhere. And I guess I'll dive a little bit into this when I go to the cons. But this is where you have to be active. You have to take charge of your own role in order to have this freedom. It's almost like you have to earn the freedom. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. But yes, you have the freedom to travel, go anywhere. Your coach is not micromanaging you. They don't give a fuck where you are, what you're doing, as long as you're doing your job right and you know what you're doing. The pay, okay? This can be a pro and a con. I'll dive into the con into a second. The pay is really good because it's sales. They're buying into something that's high ticket, meaning it's really expensive, in the $3,000, $5,000, $7,000, because these people are coaching from an experience that not a lot of people have experience. Like, their program is changing lives. It's impacting people. You truly have to buy into the mission and understand the offer to understand what I'm saying right now, because right now might not make sense. Why would somebody pay $7,000 to lose weight? Well, if that person, mom, let's go back to the mom example. Mom, over 40, trying to lose the weight, build muscle, has kids. It needs to be an example for her kids. It needs to feel confident. It needs to change her life and feel confident while she's with her husband and she feels insecure right now. Like, that's a lot of pain that people are emotionally driven to make that decision, and ultimately it changes their life. So yes, you are getting paid by commission, and then you can negotiate a base pay, which is what I teach my setters to do during month 2 or month 3 of them being with a company if it works out. Last but not least, the network. You are going to meet... Okay, I think I left off at network because my storage was running out and I had to go delete a bunch of stuff. But networking, you are going to be working for people that are making $30K a month, $40K a month, $50K a month. Do you realize how powerful that is to adapt or adopt their mindset? And then those people are usually getting mentored by other like freaking entrepreneurs that you probably recognize, like Dan Martell or Alex Hormozi, or like somewhere along the lines. Like, I have met so many good people. They connect me to other people. I have a problem, they connect me. Like, these people, their perspective is on solutions, not problems. So the culture and the mindset that you are going to be in is insane. Like, they have invited me to their events. They have connected me to multiple people. They have helped me grow my business. I can go and ask them for help with a problem. I can go and talk to them in ways that you can't talk to other people nowadays, as you probably know, feeling kind of left out in this world, having a very different mindset, a very driven mindset, or a mindset where you just want to do more. So on to the cons. So I wrote down compound interest. What I mean by this is, going back to the pay, you need to understand the power of compound interest. And my mentor, Nick, the person I actually work for right now inside his company, said this. And understanding the power of compound interest, it's like, okay, I'm booking 10 calls and then 12 calls and then 10 again and then 9. And like, it doesn't come easy, but it comes with work. And when the work does pay off, trust me, it will pay off. Okay? So compound interest, patience, all that fun stuff. Active, being an active role. This is not a passive role. A 9 to 5, very passive. You get told what you get told what to do, and you go and you do it. Very easy. And you get paid a set amount, right? You get paid hourly. It doesn't move, right? But this is based on your performance. If you feel like shit that month and you don't do anything, guess what, darling? You're not going to get paid anything. And it's just a reality of the world. And I think this is actually a good thing because it teaches you what the world actually looks for in the people that truly get rewarded. And if you want something more, you're gonna have to do more. And so it is an active role. Like one time, Nick was in Spain, the coach I work for, and people were asking, like, what restaurant are you in? Where are you in? Like, that kind of thing. I had to go look at the logo in his story, find the restaurant from Spain, confirm the location, and then reply to those people. Because he's in Spain enjoying his vacation, I'm connecting with people. I'm starting conversations. I'm booking them in. And that takes being an active role, being creative, thinking outside the box. And last but not least, if you're working a job or you were in high school or both, like when I started, I was a sophomore in high school and I was working at Saxby's and then at Smoothie King and then transitioned to a Chinese restaurant and then back to Saxby's. So you know, like I was working jobs, so my routine was like work on this, go to school at 7 in the morning because the bus picked us up early, and then I would go to school, come back around 4. I had 30 minutes. I would have to go to work, come back around 10 p.m., 11 p.m., and then I'd have to go back to this. So it is a hassle because you're incorporating this. And what I like to explain to a lot of the people that join my program is like, cool, you're here working a job, we're incorporating this, and you're gonna have to be hassling both until you're able to drop this and then maintain this, right? So it is a bit of a transition, it is a bit of a hassle, but like, what isn't? And it pays off, like we talked about. So that's pretty much all I have. I can talk more about how to get a coach and the frameworks and everything I use, or different mindset things that, like, it's just been an interesting journey for me. It has been a heck of a journey, and setting and sales in general is the vehicle that got me here, because we are in the people business. If you understand people and you learn how to communicate and you learn how to bring your ideas to life and persuade people, and more than that, help them so that they can help you make money, like that is the greatest gift of all. And then with that money, you can choose if you want to keep upgrading into a closer position, into a head setter like I am now, booking 50 or 100 calls, which is what we do now in our company. You know, there's just so many different possibilities. Traveling, if you wanted to start your own company off of this, just like I did as well. Like, there's just so many there's multiple things that you can do, and it's a great opportunity. So that is it for this video. Subscribe, I guess. I sound like a freaking guru. It's been a second since I made this kind of video, guys. Bear with me. My Instagram, I'm very active on there. If you guys have any questions about this, shoot me a message. And I will see you later, and I hope you have an amazing day. Love you.